In this video, I'm going to show you how to do the first step of CFOP, which is pretty much a more advanced method of solving a Rubik's Cube. So the first step is get the white cross, but you should already know how to do that by now. So pretty much for the first real step in CFOP, we're going to be doing F2L, which is the first two layers. So normally you would go and solve each of these corners individually. But whenever we're doing this method, we're going to be able to solve both the corner piece and the middle layer piece at the same time. So what we're going to do is flip our cube over so the yellow's facing the top. Okay? And now we're going to look for a corner piece that has white on it. So, alright, here's one. And if you're able to find one where white's not facing the top, that's going to be the easiest for us. Okay, but if not, I'll show you how to do that later. Okay, so once you found your corner piece with white, look at the other two colors. And by the way, make sure this piece that you found is in the top layer somewhere. We don't want it in the bottom. Alright. So once you have that piece, look at the other two colors. So mine are orange and blue and orange and blue. So you're going to find the other pair. So that means like for this piece, since the other two colors are blue and red, we have to look for the blue and red pair. So that's actually here. So find that other pair that goes with this corner. So mine's right here. Now if it's in the middle layer, I'll show you that later, but you need to move both of your pieces to the top layer if they're not already. So now, this is a special case actually. So if you ever get it to where the two pieces are right next to each other, but their tops don't match up, then what we're gonna have to do is split them up. So if you ever get it to where they're right next to each other, but they don't line up, what we're gonna do is get it to where this corner piece is on the right side of the cube, okay? And now, what we're gonna do is move it down. And then we can move this over and then bring it back up. So that split these two pieces to where they're not right next to each other. Okay, so the next step, once they're both at the top layer and not together, so we're going to see if their two top colors are the same. So in this case, it's orange and blue. So those are the top colors. So since they are not the same color, that means we're going to have to do some work. So find where the other edge piece is and then find your corner piece. So we're going to get it to where the other color that's facing the top, so this color, not this color, is facing the top, and we're going to do this on the left side of the cube. And you cannot see the white, so the white should be not visible. And then the color that is the top of this should be facing the front. Okay, so now double check that your edge piece is right here, so yeah, just get that like that. And now what we're going to do is turn this like that toward these two tops match up. Then we have to move it away to where we can bring this back down. Alright, so now find those two pieces and they should be in a pair. So if it looks like that and white is facing away from the matches, then you did it right. So now look at this color. So for me it's orange. You're going to match it up with the top color center. So since the top color is blue, we're going to match it up with the blue center. Okay, so now depending on which side the other color's on, that means we do different things. So in our case, the other color, orange, is on the left side, which means we're going to do this algorithm. L counter, U, L. And now that corner and edge piece are matched up and together. Okay, so now look for another piece with where white is in the top layer. So here's a corner, and its other two colors are blue and red. So here we're going to look for the other edge piece. So they're both together again. Now, if you have one or multiple done, we have to be more careful to not mess it up. So, anywho, so like we did last time, we're going to have to split these two up. So, we're going to have to turn it this way, like we did last time, and then move it away. But, as we can see, our corner edge pair, it's going to get interrupted if we do that. So, we need to get it to where whenever we turn this piece like that, it's not going to mess up any done ones already. So move it to where this side is not solved. So this is not solved. So we're good. Alright, now we're going to move it down. Move this piece away. Then bring it back up. Alright, so now these two pieces are split. And we're going to see if their top colors are the same. So, in this case, blue and red. So they are not. Now, what we're going to do is hold it the same way as we did last time. So white is not visible, and the other color that's not the top is facing the top, and the color that is on the top of this edge piece is facing towards us. But we have to move this edge piece to right here, to where we can turn it and they match up. So we need to first bring this down again. So check and make sure that right here it's not solved. Then we can bring this down and bring this edge piece over to where it needs to go. Then bring this back up. Alright, so now we're like what we were last time. So white's facing away, and whatever's facing towards you is the color that is facing the top on this piece. Alright, so now we're gonna turn this up so these two match up. Move this away and move it down. And once again, make sure that nothing goes solved here. Alright, so now find that pair and look at this color. So we don't want to match it up with that center. We want to match it up with whatever the top color is. So since the top color is red, we need to match it up with a red center. Now once again, it appears that the other color, so blue, is on the left side. So we're going to do the same algorithm. L counter, U, L. Now that edge piece is solved. And we still have this one solved too. Alright, so look for another corner piece with white at the top. But this time we don't have one. So that means they all have to be in the bottom layer. Alright, so if this happens, what we're going to do is take out that piece. So find one of your corner pieces that's in the bottom layer. And now we're going to bring it up. Bring it over, bring it down. Alright, so now this corner piece is now out of the bottom and then the top. So its other two colors are green and red. So look for that edge pair. So it actually is right here again. So we have to split it up. Now, like I said, we have to make sure it's not going to mess up any of these previous things. So we have to bring this down to where we can move this away. But as you see, whenever we do that, it messes up this edge pair. So we're going to get it to where one of the unsolved things is on this side. And if we turn it, it's not going to mess anything up. Alright, so do that. And now bring this down. Move it away. Bring it back up. Alright, so here's the edge piece. Alright, so now see if the top colors are the same. So green and green. So this time they are. Now, if they are, what we're gonna do is we're gonna have to bring this down and then bring its edge pair over to where it needs to go. So once again, we have to check and make sure it's not gonna mess anything up. So if we turn this down, it is gonna mess up those pairs. So we have to turn it to where whenever we turn this up, it's not gonna mess anything up. So this is good. Now, like I said, we're gonna bring this down and then bring it over. But if we bring this back up again, we realize it's gonna move this piece down. So we have to move it again over and then bring this back up to make it work. Alright, so now check and see what the top color is. So it's green. So match it up with its green center. So like that. And since the red centerpiece is on the left side, we're gonna do L counter, U, L. And now that pair is inserted. So now we only have one more pair to do. And so we're gonna look in the top layer for a piece that has white on it. So here's one. Alright, so now look for its edge pair. So it does not appear to be in the top layer, which means it's in the middle. So that means we have to take it out. But if we just take it up by doing this, we see it moves that corner piece down. So we have to make sure that the corner piece is actually to this side of the edge to make it work. Alright, but now check and make sure you're not going to mess anything up. So that means we need to turn it to where whenever we take this out, it's not going to mess anything up. So currently, we are good with that. Yep. So just make sure. Alright, so now we're going to bring it up, bring it over, bring it down. Alright, so now find that corner piece. And here's a case that we've not had yet. So the white is actually facing the top, which means we have to make it to where it's not pretty much. So first, align this corner piece underneath one of the unsolved areas to where we don't mess anything up. And now what we're gonna do is turn this to where it is now, the white will be facing one of the sides. So in this case, we don't want to turn it this way, because if we do that, it creates this split thing. So that means we're going to turn it the other way. So once again, make sure you're not messing anything up. Then turn it, move this over, bring it down. And now the white's facing the side. Okay, so once again, we have to see if the top colors are the same. So green and green. So they are. Now we're going to turn it to where whenever we are turning this piece like that, to insert this guy over here, it's not going to mess anything up. So we have it in a situation to where one of the unsolved areas is to this side. So it's not going to mess anything up. Alright, so once you've checked that, we're going to turn the cube like this and bring this edge piece over here. So then whenever we bring it up, it matches up. So the top colors are green, so match it up with the green center. But this time it's actually on the right side. So what we're going to do is bring it up with two moves. We're going to insert it with the algorithm. Alright, so that means we're going to do an R, U counter, R counter. And now that edge piece is inserted. So I have solved all the second layer and the white corners on that Rubik's Cube. So now I'm going to solve two other cubes, but just show you what I'm doing as I go along. So let's scramble. Alright, so once again, make sure the white cross is done. Flip it over. Alright, so looking for a corner with white, and here's one. So its other colors are green and orange. So find that piece. It's in the middle there, so I'm going to bring it to the top by doing that. The top two colors are not the same, so I'm going to hold it to where the white's facing away, and the color that is facing the top is towards me. I'm going to turn it down to where I can move this piece over, because I'm not going to mess anything up there. Now I'm going to turn it this way to where these two match up, move it away and back down, match it up with this top color, which is orange. Okay, it's on the left side, so I need to do L counter, U, L counter, L, sorry. Alright, it's inserted. Okay, so here's the corner. Its other two colors are red and blue, so find the edge piece, so it's here. So I'm going to bring it up, but I'm not going to bring this down quite yet, because then it'll mess it up. But we have a special case to where if I bring this down, it actually already solves the piece. So that's really nice. Alright, so match up with this top center, which is red. So here, it's on the left side, so L counter, U, L, inserted. Alright. Now, here's the edge piece. Its other two colors are orange and green, so find the edge. So, make sure to move that back down. Alright, so here's one, so bring it up, but we don't want to bring it down yet, because there's the corner. And not yet even, because it's still there. Alright, so like that. Alright, so here's the piece. So the top colors are the same, so I'm going to make sure I don't mess anything up. Turn it this way, bring that edge over, then bring it back up. Match up with the top color. It's on the left side, so L counter, U, L. Alright, matched up. So green and red. Alright, green and red. Bring it to the top. Alright, since white's facing the top, I need to fix that, so we'll make it to where it's not. Alright, top colors are the same, so position it to where it won't mess anything up. Pull it down, bring the edge over, match it up with this top color, so it is. And it's on the right side, so I have to do R, U counter, R counter. Alright, solved. Alright, so no white in the top layer, so I have to bring that up. But the other two colors are blue and orange, so I have to bring that up too. Alright, so the top colors are not the same. And it's already in a position to where I can turn it this way, and then they're matched up. Alright, so match it up with the center that's facing the top, so orange, and it's on the right side, so R, U counter, R counter. Alright, done. Alright, we're going to quickly do one more. Okay, so flip it over. Now find a piece. So here's one. Its other two colors are orange and green. Find the pair, which is here. Take it out. Alright, so the top colors are not the same, so have to get it to where we can turn it. Alright, so move this down, bring that edge over, make sure I don't mess anything up, turn it, match it up with its other center, so the top color, which is green, it's on the right, so R, U counter, R counter, inserted. Alright, here's another. Its colors are blue and red, so where's the pair? Okay, so here's the pair. The top color is the same already, so make sure I don't mess anything up. Bring this down, bring it over, then bring it back up again. Match it up with its top color. It's on the left side, so L counter, U, L, inserted. Alright, so we have this guy, so its other two colors are red and green. So find the piece, take it to the top, and then, oh, it already solved itself, so that's always nice. Match it up with the top color, so green. It's on the left side, so L counter, UL, inserted. Alright, so this time they're both at the bottom, so I'm going to bring it up. And I need to split them too. So we're going to make sure the unsolved is over there. Bring this down, bring that over, bring back up. The top colors are not the same, so I need to get it to where this piece is over here. So make sure this is still unsolved. Bring that down, bring it over, bring it back up. Make sure this is underneath the unsolved pair. Bring this over, move it away, bring it back down. Match it up with the top color, so that's blue. Then insert it in here, and since it's on the left side, we're gonna do L counter, UL. Alright, and that solved it. Okay, well, I hope that this video helped. And this is, sometimes you're gonna be slower even with doing this if you still have been using the beginner method. But right now, I'm actually doing a mix. So I'm not learned the other two parts of the CFOP method, but I'm just doing a mix of beginner and then the first two layers. But the more practice you do, the better you'll get. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, please.